Whoa, okay. Yeah, this thing is not messing around.
Hey guys, this is Daddy O from the O Family channel. Today we got something a little different and honestly pretty fun.
What is it?
VARUN reached out and sent us this bike right here. This is the VARUN X-Plorer Beast.
Say what?
And they sent it over for an honest review. I'm just going to share my real thoughts after riding it and testing it out.
Okay.
So if you are into e-bikes, moped-style bikes, or just want something powerful and fun, stick around. Alright, so as usual, let's cut this open and see what's in the box. This is a pretty heavy-duty box. There we go. This is what we're looking at. It's nicely packaged.
Alright, let's open this up. Right away, you can see it's packaged really well. Lots of styrofoam, zip ties, everything secured. We'll need to cut a few things to really dig in, but that's a good sign for shipping. And yeah, first impression, this thing really does look like a beast, living up to the name VARUN X-Plorer Beast. I'm loving the color, the logo, and just the overall design. It already looks aggressive straight out of the box. Up front, you've got a 20 by 4 inch fat tire with a nice knobby tread. Looks great for light off-roading and rough roads. You also get a 180mm disc brake rotor up front, which is always good to see on a bike like this. Right here is the front basket, perfect for small items, maybe a bag or a few personal things. Moving to the back, you've got the tail light and rear turn signals, which we'll need to mount during assembly. Up front again, you've got the front fender and this massive headlight. Honestly, this thing looks like a face shield or something. I've personally never seen a headlight quite like this on an e-bike, and I'm actually really liking the look of it. Here are the front turn signals, which also need to be assembled. And then inside this smaller box, you've got all the essentials. Your toolkit, left and right pedals, mounting hardware, the manual, warranty card, and finally the charger. This is a 48 volt 3 amp charger, so pretty standard for a bike like this. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing put together and see how it rides. Alright, quick assembly time. So right off the bat, I'll mention this. The manual that comes in the box isn't actually for the X-Plorer Beast, it's for a different VARUN model. So if this is your first e-bike, you might want to pull up an assembly video online. If you've built e-bikes before though, you can pretty much piece it together without any issues. First thing I did was air up the front tire since it came completely flat before installing it. I like to flip the bike upside down for this part. It's a heavier bike, but honestly it makes installing the front wheel a lot easier. Slide the front wheel into the fork, make sure the rotor lines up with the brake caliper, then tighten everything down to secure the wheel. Once that's done, carefully flip the bike back over. Next up is the handlebar. You'll want to loosen the bolts on both sides so you can slide it in. One thing I noticed here is the left and right sides are separate, so you'll tighten them down individually once everything is lined up. After that, loosen the screws for the display and mount it to the front frame. This is a good time to adjust both the handlebars and the screen to your height before tightening everything down. Now for the front fender, loosen the top and side screws, slide the fender into place, then tighten it up and make sure it's not rubbing the tire. Next, take the metal brackets and attach them to the headlight, then mount the front turn signals to the headlight as well. I'll be honest, this part takes a little muscle. You really have to hold everything in place while tightening it down. But once it's on, it's solid. After that, plug in the wiring for the headlight and the turn signals. Now for the pedals, left pedal goes on counterclockwise, right pedal goes on clockwise. For the basket, unscrew the bolts right below the battery, line everything up and tighten it down. And finally, mount the taillight to the rear frame, secure it with screws, plug in the wire, and that's it. Assembly done. Alright. Now that everything's put together, let's take a quick look at this thing before we take it out for a spin. Just standing here, you can already tell. This is not your typical commuter e-bike. This is a full moped-style e-bike, and it definitely looks aggressive. You've got 20 by 4 inch fat tires front and rear, which should be great for stability, and rougher roads. Power-wise, this bike runs a 750 watt rear hub motor with up to 1500 watts peak and about 65 Newton meters of torque. So yeah, you're going to get plenty of power. Top speed is listed at up to 28 miles per hour. The battery is a 48 volt, 31.5 amp hour removable battery, and it's tucked really nicely into the frame. You almost don't even notice it at first. VARUN claims anywhere from 60 to 95 miles of range, depending on rider weight, riding style, and how much throttle you're using. You also get full suspension, which should help a lot on rough roads and bumps. For stopping power, you've got front and rear mechanical disc brakes. And finally, this wide, cushy saddle. It already looks comfortable just looking at it, but we'll see how it actually feels once we're riding.
Alright guys, before we take it out for a spin, let me show you guys a few button functions here. Here's a power button right there. You hold that for a few seconds. The screen turns on. As you guys can see right now, it's showing the speedometer, miles per hour, how many miles it's been on trip. Right now it's on 0. Here's the pedal assist, and then it shows the voltage of the battery, 48 volt. And here's the battery power, almost full. And then here's a plus button right there to change the pedal assist. Goes all the way up to 5. This is a heavy bike, so it's going to be difficult trying to paddle without any assist. So I would recommend at least on 1. And then here is the info button right there. You press that, it shows different information on the top right corner. Shows the odometer, the voltage, 48.4, and then trip mileage. And that's pretty much it. And this headlight is always have the dim light. And here is the button to turn on the headlight. And it is very bright, as you guys can see.
The sun is shining on me.
It's a nice headlight, it's very bright. To turn it off. And when you turn it off, the dim light is always on.
Cool.
And here is the turn signal. And I do love the front turn signal. And also, there's the back turn signal. And then here is the right turn signal. Press to the right. And as you can see, on the right side and on the back. And here's the tail light. Once you turn the headlight on, the tail light is on. You press the brake. Here's the brake light. It does come with a loud horn. Pretty loud. And the usual 7-shift Shimano manual gear. Here is the walk assist button right there. Let me show you guys. Hold that walk assist. Oh, as you can see, and this is a heavy bike. It weighs about 116 pounds with the battery, so it's going to be super hard to try to take it uphill. It is nice that they have the walk assist button here to help you push up the hill. And it is going pretty fast. All right, let's take this out for a spin. So right now it's on pedal assist 1, and I'm gonna start paddling here, see how fast it's gonna go. And this is cadence sensor, so you do feel the power right away. So far the ride is very smooth. Only thing is, I noticed this huge battery in the middle. It's between my legs. I am kind of have to spread my legs just a little wider than normal. And I do feel like it's catching my leg a little bit when I'm paddling. So right now I'm going about 8 miles per hour, pedal assist 1, and try pedal assist 2. So here's pedal assist 2. Oh yeah. Feel the motor kick in and going about 12 miles per hour. Yeah, 12 miles per hour, pedal assist 2. Let me try pedal assist 3. Oh yeah, the motor kicking in, going about 17 miles per hour, pedal assist 3. Let me try pedal assist 4. Ooh, bigger boost, going about 21 miles per hour. Now pedal assist 5. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the big boost. Does have a big torque, going about 21, 22, 27.9.
Whoa.
27.9 is the highest. Let's see, using the twist throttle, see how fast it's gonna go. 24.5. Looks like 24.5 is the highest it'll go for the twist throttle. Brake is okay. I mean, it's not the greatest. And bike like this with the full suspension, gotta test out the rough road here. Some bumps and hills. Let's go ahead and test it out.
Let's take this over some rough road and a few hills and see how the suspension and power really feel. Honestly, I'm impressed right away. Going over these bumps, the bike feels really planted. The full suspension is actually doing the work, not just there for looks. Even on the rough stuff, it feels controlled and comfortable. You're not getting bounced around. And going up the hill here, no problem at all. It just keeps pulling. For a bike this size and weight, it handles rough roads really well. It feels solid, not sketchy, and that makes a big difference when you're riding off pavement. If you're someone who likes being outdoors, riding on rougher roads, dirt paths, or just wants something fun to cruise around on and not worry about bumps, this bike definitely fits that style.
Alright, after spending some time riding this thing, let's get into some pros and cons. First, power. This bike is strong, no questions. From a stop, it pulls hard and you definitely feel it. Second, comfort. The seat, the riding position, and the suspension all works really well together. You're not hunched over and it's just an easy bike to ride. Third, the style. If you like that moped or mini bike look, this one definitely turns heads. And lastly, it's just fun. This is one of those bikes where you're smiling while riding and you don't really want to get off. And here are a few cons. Now let's be real, no bike is perfect, so here are a few things to keep in mind. This bike is bigger and heavier than a typical commuter e-bike, so it's not something you want to carry upstairs or move around all the time. Also, because of the power, it might be a little much for younger riders or someone who's never ridden an e-bike before. You'll definitely want to take your time getting used to it. And if you're looking for a lightweight, pedal-only bike, this probably isn't it. This one is more about throttle, cruising, and having fun. So who is this bike actually for? If you want a fun, powerful e-bike that feels more like a small electric motorcycle, this is right up your alley. This would be great for adults, teen riders with some experience, anyone who wants something different than a standard e-bike, or honestly anyone who just wants to cruise around and have a good time. VARUN did give our viewers a $100 discount if you're interested. I'll put the link and the code, the O family, down in the description so you can check it out. No pressure at all. Just wanted to let you guys know. Overall, I've had a lot of fun riding the VARUN X-Plorer Beast. It's powerful, comfortable, and just different in a really good way. I could honestly see this being a great gift for someone who's into e-bikes, or even a fun way to kick off the new year with something new and exciting to ride. Big thanks to VARUN for sending this over and letting me share my honest thoughts. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.